as far back as I can remember, I was always very intuitive and spiritual without being religious, just connected to nature and animals and divinity, God, the universe, angels. I always prayed on my own, and I felt this like love. Just I couldn't explain it, and there was nothing around to explain spirituality the way I felt it in Romania at that time. So it took me a while to find this path and to understand scientifically and like verbally as to what I was experiencing on the inside, that I just knew intuitively that's my truth. And I went through schooling and college and the usual stuff, yes, of what society tells you what's right, what you should do, to be successful. I went through that, and it didn't always feel good. I didn't feel good in college because I felt like I was doing something that I should or had to, and then I went back to, okay, what is my heart want? What is my intuitive knowing guiding me towards? And then when I started to listen to that more, it always brought me to all the right people, events, and places, and synchronicities, and the magic
all about
of
synchronicity.
Life.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, and all of that just started to open. And whenever I would go into my thinking of what I thought that I should be doing with my life, or what kind of career path or work I should be doing, it just felt like not right, and it felt kind of like blocked and just not harmonious, easy flow. And so I find that whenever I personally am in my flow, my intuition, and my creative side, my just inner knowing, what feels good in my heart, when I listen to that, that always guides me to all the right places, and it brings me to feeling good and happiness and joy. And I see a lot of people being blocked from experiencing present moment life the same way is by old stories, such as belief systems about themselves, emotional blocks, emotions, old emotions, stuck emotions, energy within the physical body, within the etheric body, really stops people from being fully present now and experiencing life in a joyful, happy way, which is, I believe, why we're here. We're here to be happy, and somehow most people forgot this because there's this rigid timeline that society has created for everyone to be on this bandwagon of go to school, go to college, get married, accomplish this, get a degree, be this something, and it doesn't really work that way.
There's no. Everybody has their own. This is what people don't realize. You have your own unique timeline that you've been given, and once you get aligned to that timeline, you start becoming accepting of where you're at. There are people that are late bloomers. They call themselves late bloomers. No, that's your timeline. Mm-hmm. There are people that are old souls. There was a 20-year-old that came to one of my seminars, 20-year-old boy, man, and he can't date women. He said, I can't date a single girl my own age. I said, because you're 50. It's like that's your timeline. You're an older soul. There are men that I meet, they're in their 50s and they act like they're 20 years old. That's their timeline. Everybody has their own timeline. And then other people, they say, I've made so many mistakes, I haven't made the money that's your timeline. It's not, don't look at the mistakes that you've made, because not everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. But if you think about it, it is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Every mistake we make, right? Mm-hmm. Every screw up that we make, every experience that we have, every relationship that we have, they're there for reasons. They teach you something. And I think a lot of people get so into, oh, God, I should have been somewhere else by now. No, you're exactly where you should be, sitting here right now. People aren't that present. And that's what I think is, when we started talking at the beginning, off camera, I think what social media and other things have done is taken away people being present. Because the magic of life is being present.